Chapter 18. Trust, verification is cheap and worth every damn second. Part 1. The core principle. Trust isn't free, but verification is cheap. There's a simple truth in life. Trust in any form is never worth less than what you give it. Yet, in this modern world, verifying the people you deal with is almost free. Every second you hesitate to check the facts, every minute you allow unverified assumptions to linger, you lose precious momentum. In an age of instant fact checks and digital footprints, there's no excuse for lag in verification. When you extend trust, you're essentially betting on someone's value, whether in business, friendship, or love. And if they turn out to be a fraud, you've not only wasted your time, but you've also allowed them to siphon off your potential, your energy, and your future opportunities. There's no giant cosmic force overseeing your relationships. It's all on you. Trust wisely, because every unverified connection is a potential liability. Part 2. Who is worth your time? Adjusting your expectations. If you find yourself meeting people solely based on intellect, ask yourself, is that all there is? When you surround yourself with others who only match you in brain power, you're missing out on a higher calling. You deserve a circle of individuals who are not only smart, but who share a mission, a collective drive to achieve greatness, not just recycle wasted potential. Your intellectual brilliance, your badass arguments, and your adherence to logic might be impressive on paper, but to someone who views you as an outsider or a threat to their own self-importance, they mean nothing. In many circles, people measure you not by what you say, but by how you fit into their own ecosystem of power and resources. They might even see you as competition, someone who undermines their importance. So, adjust your expectations. Understand that the value you offer isn't solely in your knowledge. It's in your ability to create impact, to be a part of a team that's driving forward a common, greater goal. Seek out those who are already on the right side of things, who are known for being not only right, but also powerful and wealthy, because they're the only ones who see through the collective bullshit. Part 3. The dynamics of intellectual trust and Mensa myths. Let's get into the weeds. If you're desperate for a peer group and think that only Mensa can save you, think again. Mensa is full of people who might be smart on paper, but are often wrong about the things that truly matter. Being in Mensa doesn't automatically mean you're aligned with the kind of power that changes the world. In fact, you often find that people in those circles are so focused on abstract intellectualism that they miss the practical, real-world value. Your ability to understand complex concepts, to recite fallacies, and to debate minutiae means nothing if you can't apply that intelligence to real-world situations. Imagine someone who can learn a new language but never actually uses it. They may pass every test, but when it comes down to meaningful conversation, they're useless. The truth is, if you want to surround yourself with people who can help you create impact, look for those who are not only right about things most people get wrong, but who have a track record of practical, successful application. Those rare individuals who are rewarded exponentially when they're the only ones with a unique insight are the ones who will propel you forward. Always remember, in the end, it's not about showing off your intellectual horsepower. It's about using it effectively. Part 4. Verification as a shield. Trust is weak. Verification is strength. Here's where it gets brutal. Trust, left unverified, is pure weakness. You must verify. In every interaction, whether someone is talking shit about their accomplishments, claiming connections they may not have, or trying to steal your significance with fancy words, demand proof. Imagine someone spouting off about their achievements with no evidence. Without verification, you should treat every word as suspect. In this digital age, fact-checking is not just a tool, it's a weapon. Make it known that you don't believe a word unless it's backed by evidence. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about ensuring that the people you let into your life are genuinely worthy of your trust. This method applies across the board. In business, it means rigorous due diligence. In personal relationships, it means paying attention to actions, not just words. When someone talks a big game but can't back it up, cut them loose before they drain your resources. Remember, trust is a privilege that must be earned and continually verified. Part 5. Trust in relationships. Crafting your destiny together. Your romantic destiny isn't orchestrated by some invisible third party. It's crafted by you and your lover, two individuals who, through mutual trust and constant verification of each other's value, create a shared future. No external force is out there ensuring that your relationship meets some cosmic standard. This means that every relationship must be built on the principle of mutual verification. When you trust someone with your heart, you're not simply handing them your destiny. You're actively participating in creating a future together. It's a dynamic process that requires ongoing effort, self-adjustment, and a willingness to face harsh truths about each other. But beware. Some people see you as a threat to their own importance. They may try to undermine your relationship, not because they care about the truth, but because they want to maintain their own sense of significance. In these cases, your verification process becomes even more critical. Stand firm, trust only what you've confirmed, and let your shared vision guide you. Your destiny, created by the union of two truly committed individuals, is the highest, best outcome this world can witness. Part 6. Trust in business and teams, scaling your impact. No! Moving from personal to professional, the same principles apply. In business, trust is not given. It's earned and constantly verified. The most successful leaders know that they can't scale on their own. They build teams, hire employees, and delegate tasks, but only after ensuring that every partner is competent and reliable. Employees, unlike friends, are chosen for their ability to execute. They're the gears in the machine that amplifies your impact. Trust them, but verify relentlessly. When someone fails your test, have a plan in place to replace them swiftly. In a world where every second counts, you cannot afford to be slowed down by unreliable connections. Think of it this way. If you could do 10 times as much work as you currently can, you'd still be limited by your own hours. But by leveraging the work of others, by building systems, hiring smart people, and trusting them with clear metrics, you break that ceiling. Your success becomes the sum of many verified efforts, each one reinforcing the other. That's the power of scalable trust. Part 7. The art and science of testing. Balancing trust and risk. Testing is a necessary evil. It's the method by which you gauge whether someone is truly worthy of your trust. But testing is a double-edged sword. It can protect you, or it can inflict irreparable damage if done too harshly. The value of a test depends on your alternatives. If you have plenty of options, a failed test is just a minor setback. But if your choices are limited, every failure stings. Testing must be quick, efficient, and minimally invasive. It's like running a mental credit check. If someone fails, you must have the ability to replace them without losing momentum. However, remember that testing is inherently an attack on the other person's value. Every time you put someone to a test, you're risking the relationship. In personal settings, over-testing can lead to resentment and isolation. In business, it can result in high turnover and inefficiency. Use testing sparingly and always with the goal of reinforcing, not destroying, the connection. The trick is to strike a balance, verify enough to protect your interests, but not so much that you alienate potential allies. Part 8. Building a legacy through trust, verification, and scaling impact. At its core, everything you do, whether in your personal relationships, your business, or your social circles, is about building a legacy. Trust is the foundation, and verification is the tool that ensures that foundation remains unshakable. Your destiny isn't managed by a cosmic puppeteer. It's forged by the people you choose to stand by you. When you build a network of verified, reliable connections, you multiply your own value exponentially. This applies to every aspect of life, from romantic partnerships that create a shared future, to business teams that scale your ideas into global impact. But here's the raw truth. Unworthy connections are a drain on your resources. Whether it's a friend who never delivers or an employee who constantly fails, every unverified relationship is a potential liability. In a world where the cost of trust is low and the benefits of verification are high, there's no excuse for blind faith. So be ruthless in your verification. Protect your time, your energy, and your future by demanding proof. Adjust your expectations continuously and be prepared to replace those who don't measure up. Remember, every moment spent on unworthy connections is a moment lost in building the future you deserve. Your legacy is the sum total of your verified relationships, your scalable impact, and your relentless commitment to excellence. Trust wisely, verify constantly, and build a network so strong that nothing can shake your foundation.